So what would you do if you saw flashing lights behind you? You weren't sure if the person pulling you over, though, was an actual deputy or police officer. Well, we have Heather Turco, a crime prevention specialist with the Lee County Sheriff's Office, here with us this morning to explain your options here. And this is something I wouldn't have thought of, so I'm really glad you're here to talk to us about this.
Lisa, we do a lot of things that involve personal safety, and so we get this question quite often from older ladies and from young ones too. So the key is here, we hear sometimes in the news about someone impersonating an officer or a deputy, and that is incredibly disturbing, if you can imagine, because we want to trust that the people we're engaging with are legitimate. So the question is, and I want to ask you, if you did see someone, say, you know, because you have strange hours working in the morning show, so if you're out on the road and you see flashing lights, what would you do?
Well, right, like you said, I'm driving here around 2 o'clock in the morning, and what's crazy is before even thinking about this, I probably would just pull right over
and not think anything of it. Well, Sheriff Marcino and Lee County Sheriff's Office want you to know that you don't ever want to feel threatened. We never want you to feel threatened or unsafe in any situation that you're encountering law enforcement. That's first and foremost. So if you see lights in your rearview mirror, and maybe it is late at night and it's isolated, you're not comfortable pulling over for whatever reason. Again, it could be dark. Maybe you're alone, you're a female alone, or maybe you're a teenager, you're a young person too. This is when you can actually call 911 to confirm that it is indeed a law enforcement official behind you.
Okay, so if you do want to do something like this, do you just keep driving along while you're making that phone call? Do you stop?
So you have to think of it from both directions. Think about the deputy or whomever is behind you, that law enforcement official. They don't know that you are concerned and nervous, and they don't know what's going on there. So what you need to do is go ahead and move to the right-hand lane, slow down, maybe tap your brakes, use your emergency flashers or your hazard lights. You're indicating, I see you, I'm acknowledging you, and then call 911. Let our 911 operators know where you are. Our dispatchers can actually talk to the deputy and find out, hey, where are you located? We know where everybody is at any point in time, so they can see if it's a legitimate stop, let you know, make sure that you're comfortable then stopping and that you're safe. And the deputy then knows that you have been in contact. Hey, I see this person behind me. I'm attempting to pull over. Just want to make sure everything's okay.
Absolutely. And you can wait until you're in a well-lit area, especially at night. You know, there are so many times when I'm driving to work and it's super dark outside.
And that's a great idea. Of course, if you're getting pulled over during the daytime, there are a lot of people around you. You know, you feel much safer. But it is important, too, that you can get to a well-lit area. We encourage that. We understand that if you're not pulling over right away. But again, when I say think about the deputy's point of view. If it's in a dark, isolated area, again, they don't know if you are 1 or 4 people. Do you have weapons? Are you stashing drugs? Why aren't you pulling over right away? So it's a twofold, if you will, to keep our streets safe. But it's important, I think, that everybody knows that they can use that 911 system to, again, make sure they are in a safe situation to pull over. We want everybody to go home safely, our deputies and our civilians and residents, to our citizens.
Absolutely. Very important information here. Thank you so much, Heather, for joining us.